What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. So today we're going to cover something a little bit different yet again. So today we're going to cover Everdark bosses, and what these are they are bosses that have an additional phase to the base version of the boss that you're going to fight when when playing the game normally. And the thing about these bosses is they're not all available at the same time. At least the way that it's working now is 2 of them cycle through every week. And there are 7 Everdark bosses available. So they have basically an Everdark boss for every boss except for the final one, Heal Store, the Night Aspect. So these 7 currently have Everdark bosses, Everdark versions available. And as I said, at least currently they're cycling through 2 per week. So you have to be connected online to be fighting these. And depending on what week it is, that's going to determine what ones you have access to. So currently we have Fissure in the Fog and Equilibrious Beast. So the one we're going to be taking on today is Fissure in the Fog. And as I said, it is a boss that it's the same boss as you'd fight normally, but it has an additional phase that is not available in the normal fight. And so there is some, I guess you call it, additional content that they threw in, and it makes the fight a little bit harder in most cases. So we'll go and see what relics I have equipped here. So I have this one, which we got from the quest, from Wilder's quest. It gives me an additional character skill use, an additional grapple hook use. Art activation spreads fire in the area, which is very good, plus some stamina. This one I have that gives me the follow-up when using my skill, which puts fire on my sword if it's a great sword. And then this one is the one that we got from beating Tricephalos originally, which gives me fire damage on my starting armament, which is good for this boss because he's weak to fire. So that being said, let's go ahead and start. We're going to fight the Everdark version of Fissure in the Fog. And so the way that these Everdark bosses work is that generally they start in their phase 2. So most of the bosses have a 2-phase fight. And so the way that the Everdark fight works, as I said, is you start in their phase 2, and then a portion of, you get it down and through their health bar, a portion of the way, and then they'll transition to their 3rd phase, which is new. And then oftentimes this 3rd phase ends up being more difficult. So it makes the fight a little bit more challenging, or at least different. It may or may not be challenging in your opinion, but it is at least different. And there are special rewards that you get for fighting the Everdark bosses. So I'm not going to fight all of them as part of this walkthrough, because as I said, they do cycle through them and they're not all available at any one given point in time. But I do at least want to cover what happens when you fight one, because there are special rewards that you get for fighting the Everdark bosses. And I feel like I ought to cover that as part of the walkthrough, just because it is useful information. So, that being said, some of the Everdark bosses are better received than others. It really just depends on who you're talking to. I would say Fissure in the Fog Caligo is probably one of the better ones, and that's just my opinion. Some people don't like it as much. I like it. And there are some that I'm definitely not a fan of. Actually, Equilibrious Beast is probably my least favorite of all of the Everdark bosses. So I definitely didn't want to do that one as part of this video. But what you get is there's a special form of currency that you can get only if you fight the Everdark bosses. And it gives you the ability to purchase some unique things from a different shop that opens up. That only opens up if you kill at least one of the Everdark bosses. So we'll cover all that after we're done with this expedition. So the rest of it's going to go pretty normally. It's going to be a normal expedition until we get to the very end. And if you have Shifting Earth available, pretty much any Shifting Earth is going to be good. Obviously, for this one, Mountaintop would be a good one because you're going to get those frostbite buffs. And then basically you're going to get the additional resistance to frostbite Plus, if you do get frostbitten, which you probably will during this fight, you would get the attack buff as a result from the Shifting Earth event. But any Shifting Earth will work well. Of course, you do fire, you're gonna get a legendary weapon. You do the crater, rather, I should say, you're gonna get a legendary weapon. If you do the city, you're gonna get an additional resurrect. If you do the rot, you're gonna get the rally damage buff, as well as you're gonna be fighting an assortment of bosses, and you'll probably get some really good weapons as a result. All right, that was a pretty clean fight. So let's see, I'll take the runes, and we got a cave right next to us. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit up the cave because my starting weapon does fire damage. And I want the ability to upgrade this weapon if need be. Jeez, man. Chill, bro. Holy crap. There it is. All right, I'll take that. Thank you. And I'm going to go through the cave. That's closer to where the circle is going to end up. And there is a boss over here. I'm level 5. That should be... We'll see what we got. It is a Zamor. Oh, that was cheeky. I don't have any churches yet. That's kind of a problem, but we'll see if we can fix that sooner rather than later. There we go. Got that stance break. I'll get an ult here pretty soon. There it is. Stay still for me, please. Oh, we're getting Libra cursed. And he dodged my ult, did he? Dadgummit. All right, so we got to figure out where that is. And... oh, come on. Let's see where Libra's at. You do have to make a deal with him, or we have to settle the score either way. Otherwise, we'll be cursed for the whole run, which is not ideal, of course. They gotta make a deal with him, or just straight up beat him. Making a deal requires paying a lot of runes. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, missing that ult is prolonging this fight way longer than it ought to be prolonged. And of course, the night's closing in. Isn't that swell? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to abandon ship. This sucks. Oh, we're right on the edge though. Out of flasks. Not ideal. And I keep whiffing. That is not ideal either. Dadgummit, this sucks. Alright, we'll come back. I'm missing that ult, dude. Really was a killer. Probably gonna have to pay off Libra. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to kill him. So if you get Libra night 1, I think it's 15k to pay him off. If you get it night 2, it's either, or day 2, I should say, it's either 30 or 35k. It is more expensive to pay him off on day 2. Where is the actual fight? Is it all the way up here? Should be more cognizant because my runes are on the line as well, which is a big deal. It's all the way down there. Is it? Where the heck is the thing? Oh my gosh, I just made a big circle. Bro. I'm not being very smart right now. Where is the freaking... My runes are there. Is it lower? I'm gonna lose my runes, man. Yeah, it's lower. It's down here. Ugh. Oh, crap. Where are my runes? There they are. Crap. Got them. Okay, now I know where they are at least. I can come back. This is, kind of turned into be a disaster. I gotta get to the Libra too, man. Normally, I would like to fight Libra just for the rune potential. But in this case, since time is limited and he's right on the edge of the circle there, I think fighting him might be not the best idea, honestly. All right, so I got to go to the edge here. I want to take care of this some more. Really killing myself here. No pun intended. Heal up. Sneak attack. And miss. And miss again and miss again. Almost got him. That hurts, man. Oh, he had like one sliver left. All right, we must make haste. Must make sure we get our runes back too. Can't lose these runes, man. That would be an absolute disaster. All right, screw it. I am ulting. Oh no, I don't need to ult. Just one hit, one hit, one hit. There we go. All right, get my reward, get my grace. And we got to get to Libra, man. Libra's probably the quickest way is going to be to jump. Use this way. Oh gosh, the rain's coming in. If he gets to Libra, Libra's going to leave, and then I'm screwed. I got to make a deal with him quick. Ah, crap. Not good. Not good. I got to get there. This is a pretty terrible set of circumstances matched by a somewhat lackluster performance. All right, we made it at least. Okay, so there's that. All right, I want to break the curse. Yes. All right. Now at least I get the buff, which is actually quite amazing because the additional runes in my possession, whatever I have at any given point in time will increase my attack power by a pretty substantial amount. So that'll help enormously with the final boss, as long as I manage my runes well. I don't have any churches. There's this one I might just run and get real quick while the night's closing in. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. Take a little bit of storm damage, but we'll be fine. Want that extra flask, and then we'll get this one after. There's a township too. Ooh. Yes, I've got to pay attention to that. An extra winding grace. Get that grace down here. Get my health back real quick. Probably gonna be a wash. And a Night Rider. Not very many runes. I could kill him after day 1, but probably not worth the runes. I want to get this church. Actually, I'm probably closer to this one, and then that's on the way to the township, so that's the way I'm going to go about it. And then we'll do castle stuff. All right, we got Tree Spirit here. These guys have more poison you would expect, given that they're basically plants. Oh, jeez. Controlled by the pre-boss enemies. Bro, you should not have poise like that. You got freaking flowers on your head. There we go. That's what I would. That's more what I would expect. Right. Fun times. Go on and alt you as long as you don't run away. Do not run away. Thank you. Take all that extra fire damage for me. Explode. Still got caught in it, that's fine. Ooh, knocked him out of the grab attack. Splendid. Are you blowing up again? Yep. Whoops. Probably gonna stun here. There we go. Don't need it though. I will take the dub. There we go. Pretty nice. Improved dodging. Heck yes. All right, so I'm going to take the church up here. I got enough for a winding grace and a smithing 1, which is exactly what I need. There's a field boss down here that I could potentially do, but I'm gonna focus on getting my upgrades in the township and whatnot. So we'll do that first. And we'll probably just hit up the. Oh, there's that field boss right there next to the township. So we'll do that also. Sad I could not fight Libra, because you do get some good runes from that as well. A silver pickle to go on and pop that. Heard a scarab, but I'm gonna go ahead and proceed towards my objective. Well, that one's real close by, so we'll get this one. All right, that's gonna help us a little bit, but not during a boss fight because enemies for us to kill during the boss fight. But oh well, better than nothing, I suppose. All right. Winding Grace, Smithing 1, upgrade. That. And we'll hit up this boss. And it is a Black Blade. Not my best boss to be up against. But we'll see how it goes. As long as we get it before the circle closes in, that's all I care about. Don't fly away. You do not fly away. I can't get the crit. Is it where you're standing and you're not standing in my fire? What the heck are you doing, dude? Oh, yes, I dodged that attack. Not because I'm good, but because I was lucky. All right, got the Albert out now. Oh, that was a good crit. I need that. Give it, give it, give it, give it. There we go. All right. Ooh, tornado. All right. One death. I'll take a death. That's fine. I was expecting to die like 4 times. Like I would traditionally against like a Draconic Tree Sentinel, for example. But hey, 1 death is fine. I hear a twinkly. There he is. Please be something good. All right, that could be that could be worthwhile. Where is the boss? There he is. All right, and done. Okay, not bad. Get a hefty chunk of runes for that. Jeez. And another Winding Grace. Holy crap. All right, let's go to castle now. Libra's still there. I could go ahead and kill Libra. I don't know. I don't know how many runes he gives, though. So I'm just going to go to the castle. I'm just going to go to the castle. Up there, that looks like a Draconic. Yeah, that's Draconic. I believe. Maybe. No, that's regular. That's regular. Okay, that's good. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know what we have in the castle as far as enemies concerned. Is it Crucible Knights? Crucible Knights would be ideal. Oh, this is a terrible circle for the castle, though. It sucks, man. That is like the worst circle for the castle. I'm not going to be able to hang out here for very long. You stay right here. Looking for a stun here. There it is. Let's see, Death Blight resistance, attack power and 2-handing. That's not bad. And we have Crucible Knights, which I'm not going to be able to really take advantage of because of its god-awful circle. I'm going to prioritize the one upstairs. Nope, none of those are good for me. I'm going to prioritize the one over here. Because it gives more runes and a buff. The spear ones do. And this one is alone, whereas the other one had friends with him. Up. Come on, give me a stun. No? Really? There it is. Don't need my ult now. Try though. Oh, you got me that time. Dadgummit. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta heal. I don't want to die. Here comes the freaking rain though. Dadgummit. Pretty worthless passives. Yeah, I will be able to fight the one out here. Sucks that I can't take better use of this castle, man. I'm just gonna come over here. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Bro. Alright, that's the best I'm gonna be able to do for the castle. Golly, sucks, dude. Wow. So much potential wasted. Guess I'll go up here and get this boss. So honestly, going to level 12 is the highest I'm gonna want to go anyways, because of the rune buff I got from Libra. And I am going to want to pay the merchant a visit. There's going to be a boss here in the forest. Pay the a regular merchant a visit to get a Winding Grace. All right, what have we here in the forest? We have Aggie. Not going to be worth much at this point, but whatever, we'll do it. Fire attack power. Take it. I have a merchant here. Somewhere. Is this? I'll take the pouch as well because I got a lot of Winding Graces, so take the extra storage capacity. I'm gonna make a beeline for this boss up here, see if I can get to it in time. It's something I can kill relatively quickly. It's there. I think it's a moose. Yeah. I caught a glimpse of it at the very beginning of the run. Should be able to take out a moose. I gotta remember to stop at level 12 so I can take a maximum advantage of my Libra buff. Keeps dodging my stuff, man. All right, we gotta make this quick, though. There we go, nice. Oh, we're fine. That's a good circle for us. Missed boost him. All right, very nice. That was good. Skill up, P cost, ranged weapon. Crash. I'm just gonna take the 1 level. Even though I probably only can do 1 level right now, but even when I can go to 13 and higher, I'm not going to. And for lack of better stuff to do, I'm just gonna, you know, chill out in this camp for a little bit and kill whatever I can kill and get whatever I can get. Not that great. And we're out of time. Look for some other stuff to take out. This will work, I suppose. Oh, come on. And finish you off like that. There we go. Oh, I wasn't facing you. That's fine. I come over here. Yeah, that works out for me. Okay. It's not gonna help me. This is gonna be Dancer. See what we got here. Yep, Dancer. I'm gonna save my ult for the second phase. Just wait till combos are done and then punish and get crapped. Oh, that's gonna be my res, dude. I do not want to waste a Winding Grace. All right. Do a combo. Here we go, second phase. Oh. Knocked her out of the AoE, unfortunately. Oh, like chased me. Need to be very careful. She has got crazy combos in this phase. One more hit should do. Ow. And done. Okay. Winding Grace is intact. That was actually... Oof. I'll do the improved attack power. And I'm not going to level up because my runes that I have are going to increase my attack power. I'm going to do some light storm cheesing here just to get some couple enemies down. Every rune will help. I'm not going to like take out an entire camp or anything like that, like I would in some cases. But I'm just going to take out a few of these easy enemies and call it a day. All right, that'll do for now. I forget exactly what the math is on the enhanced rune acquisition or enhanced damage due to the runes you have in your possession. But it is not insignificant, and it's going to stack with the attack power buff that I just picked up from the boss. So, and we're going to have 4 Winding Graces. Yeah. And then this will stack as well. Go and take both of them. All right, here we go. I mean, we're in pretty good shape. Improve fire attack power, attack power in 2 hands. I mean, this is all going to go really well. Okay. So as I said, with Everdark bosses, they pretty much start out in their second phase-ish. This boss doesn't really have a second phase, sort of kind of does, and it throws the icicles at you. He actually opens up with that, or I think it's a she. She opens up with that attack in this version of the boss, and then like a third of the way through her HP bar is when she transitions. Her frostbite attacks become more powerful. If you run like straight ahead, then the icicles are going to miss you. If you can angle yourself like behind one of the dunes there, a lot of those are going to miss you. Let's see if we can get up close and personal here. There we go. Got a headshot with the fire. Nice. Got a couple headshots there. All right. Stop running away from me. Let me go ahead and pop a flash here. So another thing in the new phase, she'll coat herself in ice, and you have to, like, she'll do insane damage reduction with that ice. But if you bust it open by hitting it a bunch, then it actually does some extra damage to her, which is quite nice. Got the fire debuff on her and a critical. Very good. I'm saving my ult for the start of the second phase, or third phase, I should say. The new phase, which is coming right now. She'll put her head down. I'm gonna ult her right in the head. Leaving herself vulnerable. I've got tons of Winding Graces, so I'm not all that concerned about dying, honestly. So this is gonna do like frostbite across the entire arena. Frostbite's inevitable here. So see how she's coated in ice. Might do another icicle attack here. And the icicles have kind of an AoE associated with them now. Got a headshot there, a couple headshots. More headshots. So you see, I got the so the icicles are like the ice coating, I should say, the ice armor is, there's different zones. So there's like a tail zone, a head zone, and a body zone. And whenever you break it, it's localized to whatever zone you've been attacking. So I've already broken the head, but she can recoat herself as well. There we go, got the body. Ah, she was shooting right underneath her. All right, first res, I got 4 Winding Graces. I think we should be okay. Doing that kind of arena-wide attack there. Going for I got no flasks left, but I do have a lot of Winding Graces. I gotta be careful though, because I can still screw this up. So you're taking pretty much constant frostbite buildup. Alright, this is my second Winding Grace. I'll have another ult built up before too long. Oh, geez. Oh, come on. Stop flying away, dude. There we go. Got the debuff on and a stun. Oh, that's crucial. And I'll have my ult here pretty soon. There it is. And let's go. And we're done. Very nice. We got Everdark Caligo down. So definitely a more challenging fight, but it's pretty intense and a lot of fun. I like Everdark Caligo a lot. I like Everdark Tricephalos a lot. Those are both really fun. Everdark Gaping Jaw is really fun as well. Sentient Pest is pretty intense. I'm not a huge fan of Libra, as I said, Equilibrious Beast. I'm not a huge fan of, well, I'm a bigger fan of Augur than most people are. That one's kind of divisive. Let's see. So here we go. We get Sovereign Sigils. This is the new currency I was talking about earlier. And you get 25. The first time you kill any Everdark boss, you get 25 for that first time. And here's the shop that you can spend them on. Sovereign Sigils are royal symbols of the Lords of Everdark. As if drawn by their light, a figure arrived in the round table hold bearing a proposal. Whoever can provide what is requested will receive a thing of great rarity. So as I said, the first time you kill any one of the Everdark bosses, you get 25 of this new currency. And then on subsequent attempts, you get 5. So you get more for that first kill. And the shop, I believe, is like right here. No, it is not. It is right here then. I know it's outside. Once you go to it one time, you can just warp to it. Becomes a location that you can warp to. Here we are. So here you can view the shop. You get new chalices that you can purchase. And each Everdark boss, once you kill them, has their own version of their rune for sale at the shop. So you can't get it until you kill them, but each one it's worth 12 of the new currency. So about half of that first kill, if you want to purchase the new rune for that boss. It takes about half of what you get from that 25. So this one gives you some slightly different abilities from what the base one does from killing Caligo, the normal fight. So this one, instead of getting the chilling mist effect on your weapon to start, this one just makes your weapon permanently deal frost damage. And instead of inflicting frost, making your attack power go up, this one just gives you a straight boost to your physical damage negation. So there's additional runes you can purchase here as well. This one, where is it? There. This one is insanely good. So this one gives you attack power increase for each Everjail prisoner defeated. So that's a 5% for each Everjail. Plus you start with a key. So if you focus on Everjails, let's say you do 4 of them, you get that's like a straight up 20+% boost to your attack power just straight increase to attack power with every type of attack, whether it be magic attack, physical attack, range attack, whatever it is. So a lot of people run this relic because it can be very good, because by the time you get to the end of your run, you're at the final boss, you're dealing 20%, 25% plus extra damage, and it can be really, really good. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. I don't know if I'm gonna use it and as part of this walkthrough, but it is guaranteed. If you beat at least one Everdark boss and get access to this shop, it is guaranteed. So yeah, pre-use it. These are the same outfits that you can get normally, but you can spend the new currency to get them instead of spending your regular currency at the wardrobe. So buy those if you want. I wouldn't recommend it because they're nothing new. So now you can see we have the collector signboard on our warp point here, list on our listing of warp points. So you can come here whenever you want. So that's going to do it. We found success against the Everdark boss. Very good. It was a lot of fun. And hopefully you found success as well. As I said, depending on when you're playing, you may not even have access to Caligo. As of this point in time, the bosses are cycling in and out. Who knows what the heck they're going to do in the future. In the past, there was only one boss available per week. Now there's two. So it could be at some point they'll do 3 per week, or some point they'll just have them all available at the same time. Who the heck knows what they're going to do. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed yourself and have killed at least one boss, have access to this new shop. And I would highly suggest picking up that Everjail relic. It is very good. So it can come in handy in very major ways going forward. So, and also, oh, I forgot to show one of the best parts about the signboard is that you can conjure a shift in the earth. So it costs 1 of the currency. So you have to have at least 1, but you can select a shifting earth and it will force that shifting earth to occur. So I definitely want to point that out. I almost forgot. I'm glad I remembered. And then you can alter the great side of grace. I think all that does is, you know how it changes color when the night aspect reveals himself or whatever, you can change it back to the normal color. And so that's pretty much, I think that costs some of the currency as well. So anyways, we'll just end it right here. Appreciate y'all. Take care, everybody. And we will see you next time.